This year has been absurdly good in terms of video game releases, but 2024 is shaping up to be equally as exciting. As announced during the June showcases for Summer Game Fest and Xbox, there's plenty to look forward to next year. These are our 10 most anticipated games of 2024.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
Touted as the first ever open-world Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws comes to us from Ubisoft Massive Entertainment, the studio best known for its work on the Division franchise. In Star Wars Outlaws, players will assume the role of Kay Vess, an outlaw with one goal in mind: attempt one of the biggest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen. This game takes place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and will feature third-person action gameplay with stealth elements, as well as an emphasis on exploration and shooting. As with many recent Star Wars games, Outlaws looks expensive and official, with beautiful visuals and presentation to match.
Kay Vess. Back already? I told you she's fresh, but she's good.
Who's this?
The next entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy is nearly upon us. Square Enix finally showed the second part, titled Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, in action, and it looks remarkable. Taking place after the events of 2020's remake, Cloud and his friends have escaped Midgar and must battle the evil Sephiroth in Rebirth. This entry will send players to the world of Gaia, which will seemingly be much more open than Midgar from the previous installment. It'll launch in early 2024.
Elena!
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have saved, or those you led to death?
Microsoft offered an extensive look at SENUA'S Saga Hellblade 2 during its Xbox Game Showcase, and it looks more ambitious than expected. It's easily one of the best-looking games in Microsoft's portfolio, but visuals aren't the only thing to look forward to in Ninja Theory's next project. It will also boast immersive audio that seems to expand upon its predecessor, which means you should play with headphones. It'll launch sometime in 2024.
Everything I've seen, everything I've done, has led me to this place.
Obsidian Entertainment's new RPG Avowed is gearing up to launch in 2024, and it's shaping up to be an incredible experience. The upcoming game will lean into action while preserving the RPG systems Obsidian is known for. Expect fast-paced fantasy combat that allows players to cast spells and even use guns to take down foes and complete quests. Interestingly, Avowed also takes place in the Pillars of Eternity universe, as confirmed by Obsidian.
The secrets you keep? You're either here to save us.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 was already an impressive accomplishment from a design perspective, placing the entire planet at players' fingertips. Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 aims to add to the immersion, offering even more things to do. The new installment features more objective-based missions, such as aerial firefighting, search and rescue, and helicopter transport, all powered by Asobo Studios' Evolved engine. The wait for The Wolf Among Us 2 has no doubt been excruciating, but it'll finally release in 2024. Taking place after the events of the first game, The Wolf Among Us 2 will continue with Telltale's beloved episodic design, but will also feature enhanced visuals and a captivating atmosphere. The Wolf Among Us is arguably Telltale's best game, so it will be interesting to see what the studio does with the story and characters all these years later.
How does the anger manifest itself?
Though Palworld is often referred to as Pokemon with guns, it does a lot to stand apart from Nintendo's hit franchise. Mainly, Palworld leans a bit more into realism, at least in terms of its lighting and world. Its third-person shooting gameplay is borderline absurd, thanks to its wacky-looking monsters that wield massive chain guns to eliminate enemies. It launches in early access in January 2024. Prince of Persia. The Lost Crown is a 2.5-dimension side-scrolling action platformer with Metroidvania elements. It will lean heavily into action, with massive boss battles and fast-paced platforming. You can expect to play this on January 18, 2024. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth will continue from where Yakuza Like a Dragon left off, sending protagonist Ichiban Kasuga to Hawaii on another adventure. We don't know much about this entry, but developer Ryu ga Gotoku Studio did confirm the game will retain the turn-based RPG mechanics from its predecessor, along with the return of Kazuma Kiryu. It'll launch in early 2024. Persona 3 Reload is a remake of the third installment, featuring enhanced visuals, performance, and gameplay improvements. This game is exciting since the Persona series enjoyed an explosion in popularity following the release of Persona 4 and Persona 5, meaning many players might have missed out on the third installment. While it's disappointing that Persona 3 Reload won't allow you to play as a female protagonist, like you could in Persona 3 Portable, this remake is still one to look forward to.